So the last thing I wanted to do this week is just introduce you to all the disabilities. We're not even going to cover all of them, but just give you a brief introduction to some of them, what causes them, what they're about. Just give you an idea of what you might see this semester. We will cover those in more detail later on. For example, you're going to have a research paper over a specific disability, and you're going to provide a outline of that information to your peers for them to study for their test. But this time I just want to give you a quick summary. So the first one is intellectual disability. I wanted to start with this one because group living, the participants that we're going to see, their primary characteristic is to have an intellectual disability to be able to be served by group living. And so all of the individuals that we see are going to have an intellectual disability, and they may also have a physical disability that goes along with that. So it means that they're diagnosed by having impairment in conceptual, social skills, practical skills, which might be like being able to change themselves, know directions, get from one class to the other, making their bed, those kinds of habits that require them to take care of themselves. That would be a practical skill. There's several ways that clinicians can test for intellectual disability. One of those is the IQ test, and so a score of less than 70 means that they have some form of intellectual disability, and as the score gets lower, the degree of disability becomes greater. Another thing is intellectual disability is a developmental disability, which means that it happens during childhood. So whatever affected them, usually it's going to happen before or around birth. But there are occasions where there was trauma or something like that that resulted in the disability as well. It is probably one of the most common disabilities, but it's still less than 3% of the population of the world. And just so you're aware, a lot of these are just umbrella terms. So intellectual disability is an umbrella term, and there are specific disabilities, diseases that cause intellectual disability, but have unique characteristics. And so intellectual disability could be caused by a variety of different things, including malnutrition, drug use, such as fetal alcohol syndrome is a specific intellectual disability that's caused by the mother drinking alcohol. And, during birth, if the umbilical cord got wrapped around the baby's neck, then that cut off oxygen to the brain. That might cause some damage that resulted in intellectual disability. So there's a variety of ways that intellectual disability could occur. And usually those causes are related to more specific disabilities within the umbrella term of intellectual disability.